You know, it just seems like guys were dribbling in our own box. And, you know, when everything's that close and that right in your face, you know, it's really hard as a goalie because there's so many bodies in there. So, to be honest, it was a little bit more hectic than I'd like, especially at a home game. We're up 2-0, and it seems like this team, week in and week out, mentally breaks down at some point during the game. And tonight I felt, you know, we got to win, but we really could have been a lot stronger. And it's disappointing because I think, you know, the old Earthquakes and the team that we need to be is a team that's gonna. Sorry, it's kind of awkward because it's right there, but no problem. But it's a team that it's things that we need to work on. I mean, if we're ever going to be a playoff team and eventually an MLS champion team, I mean, that stuff is so basic in football, and you're seeing right now. I mean, you know, every team needs to start doing that stuff, and it's one thing when you're getting beat because the other team's outplaying you. It's another thing when you're leaving your marks and you're not winning head balls, and that's why it's disappointing. But on the other end of the spectrum, you know, they kind of, you know, once it did go 2-0, they kind of wanted to make it a little ugly. You know, Donovan Ricketts was kicking it from San Francisco and still getting it in the box somehow, and they have some big guys, Buttle. You know, they brought Berhalter up, Gonzalez, and Gordon when he came in. I mean, it was a tough job, and we've got two center backs that are both playing. You know, I think their first and second game respectively, which, you know, you can understand, and those are the cornerstones of your defense. So we won, but definitely a lot to work on, especially since we're going to go and play Salt Lake, and I'm anticipating a hostile crowd since it's around 4th of July.
I mean, it's got to give you some confidence, though, that to finally survive that kind of situation. It certainly seems like in past games you've been breaking down.
Yeah, exactly, I think. But, you know, I mean, we were just 3 games out from the Salt Lake game, too, that we were able to get through. But you're right. I mean, you feel that earlier on in the season probably something would have went in, especially with all those scrambles and the half chances that we were giving. And, you know, I think another theme is we need to start putting teams away. I mean, I'm sure our fans are loving the excitement up until the 94th minute or whatever, but I'm not. So, but you know, we got 12 points now. Hopefully, I think we jumped ahead of New York and maybe one other team today with that win or tied somebody, and hopefully we can just keep coming up the ladder slowly by slowly, sneaking up on people.